Okay, here I am in my Livin Lite toy hauler. This is under the cabinet. Obviously there's my water pump right here. The hose right there comes out of the ground, which means the fresh water is directly underneath us. And so I'm gonna take this off. I'm gonna put in a T and a couple of bulb valves, and I'm going to actually install a system so I can suck antifreeze, RV antifreeze, right from here to winterize my RV instead of having to fill up the fresh water tank, because it just takes about 7 gallons. I don't know if it's just the location of the pump that's inside or the hose that's inside of the fresh water tank, but it'll be so much easier just to do it from here. So I'll build it and show you what I'm doing. Okay, so what I did on my Livin Lite, there's my water pump. That hose right there used to go right into that spot, and so if you follow that hose down, it goes into the fresh water underneath. So I cut this in, it comes over here, I put a T in, comes up and around a ball valve so I can shut the water off coming from the fresh water tank, and there's another ball valve right here going to an extra long cable. So this is basically my winterization kit. What I found with the first year I had this trailer, it would take me about 6 or 7 gallons of RV antifreeze to pour down into my fresh water tank just to get the pump to suck everything up, you know, so I could put it inside the sinks and all that. So now I can turn that ball valve, which I did, so I'm isolating the water. There's no water going to come from the fresh water. Where the T is here, I have this one turned on, so now I can take this hose, and if everything works, I did run short on one hose clamp, so that's definitely temporary, but you'll get the idea. So I'll put this down, try not to spill it. So I have that hose in there. So again, that ball valve is now turned on, so the water will flow. It'll stop there, won't go back down to the fresh water, it'll come over here. And they sell kits for this. It's just that they're so tight and I'm so limited on space right back in here. I wanted to have plenty of extra cable. So now, again, this is my toy hauler. I put my side-by-side in. So I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna turn on the pump. And look at that, it's working. So now I can come to everything. There's cold water, there's hot water, and it's just sucking it right out of the tube. I'm going to make sure I got antifreeze inside of every one of my lines. You know, it takes me a gallon instead of 7 gallons. Okay, as you can tell, it didn't even take a whole gallon. I ran it through the kitchen sink, both hot and cold water, the bathroom sink, the shower, both cold and hot, and the make sure to do the toilet as well. The first year, that's what blew up on me, was one little part that was a pain to get to. It was a cheap $20 part, but it took me probably an hour just to fix it. So now I just turn that ball valve off. That one's still off, doesn't matter. When I go turn, you know, fill it with water, I can change all that later. But here's all I used was I used 2 T's, these 1/2-inch poly alloy T's. I used this Shark Bite ball valve. Now the cable I did use, I think could have been a little bit thicker. I bought 2 different ones. One was too thick, and this one, I just heated up the cable just a little bit so I could go on the T's, and it worked fine. So about $20. Again, I know they sell kits that are probably about the same price, but again, I was so limited on space, I kind of wanted to do my own thing. And I have plenty of cable to pull out here, you know. Again, mine's all aluminum, so I don't have to worry about, you know, water and rot, and so there's no steel in here as far as screws, and no wood to rot. But I still want to make sure I have plenty of hose. So now I'll just keep an extra 1 or 2 gallons in here. That was perfect. Again, last year it took me almost, I think it was 6 or 7 gallons, and this year less than a gallon. So gotta love it.